What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is January 14th, Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's coming on with me today, and she is a senior journalism student out in the West Coast at UNLV, which stands for University of Nevada, Las Vegas. She is also doing things with the Vegas Knights out there. Those of you that don't know the Vegas Knights, that's a National Hockey League team that's out there in Vegas. She's also doing things with the Desert Dogs, and she also is the manager for the UNLV hockey team as well, if I'm not mistaken. Her name is Megan Roma. And we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into journalism, but also her why of getting into sports. And we're also going to get to know her a little bit. So, without any further ado, Megan, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm super excited. And it's just like cool to like be on the other end of like interviews. Like usually I'm the one, either doing interviews or behind the camera. So it's really cool to be on the other side of things.
Absolutely, right? And typically, us journalists, we're so used to going to get the sources when you're doing projects. You're so used to going to get the stories and talk to different people that we don't get a chance to have a platform to talk about ourselves because we have stories too, and we're very unique as well. And I say that to lead into my first question with you, and that is, what is your why? And I ask that to everybody that comes on here on this platform. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models and maybe any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for wanting to be in journalism and sports?
Yeah. It's crazy because I actually get asked this question a lot, and I just love telling stories. I love being able to showcase, the love of sports, showcasing like our audience, showcasing like the ability for people to come together. And I mean, I'm a very personable person. I value relationships and friendships with people. That's how I've always been growing up as well, thanks to my parents. So just having that mindset and just realizing, oh, I can continue being that impact on other people through telling stories and building that connection is the reason why, like, I really like fell behind in this. I studied nursing in high school, which is crazy, which helped me realize that that wasn't my route. But I got to study journalism in high school. My parents were telling me, oh, like, I think you should take a dab at this and like see if you like it. Maybe you'll enjoy telling stories. And that's where I also realized I enjoy being creative. I love being able to just showcase what I love through art. And there's different types of arts, there's different types of mediums, and the same with journalism. Like there's different ways to showcase that. So,
Right, right.
going into college, I was like, okay, there's definitely something's missing here. I still feel like, maybe journalism is my path, but I don't know what yet. Reflected on my time in high school and growing up and realized like I love telling stories. And I just love being able to just make a change, impact other people, and just be a part of all the action. And that's why I'm here today. And it's awesome. I mean, I'm about to graduate college. UNLV has been amazing to me. And I will say this always because I grew up here. So I feel like
Mm.
if you grow up in your city and you go to the college in your city, you might just get told, oh, like I kind of had to go here, like it wasn't my first choice, yada yada yada. But I love it. And UNLV has always treated me so well. They've always treated, their journalism students super well too. Any opportunities that open up there at that program, they give to the students because they know that, they all have their own why as well. They all have their own purpose. So, I mean, kudos to them. And that's my huge why.
I love it. No, I love the fact that we're off to a great start, Megan. No question about that. Listen, storytelling is very fun. No question about it. I think just the different stories that you can tell, the different people that you can meet, the different people that you can interview. Like you said, you do things with your hockey team, you do things with the Knights, the Desert Dogs. Those are three different things. But you're able to tell stories from them and be able to do different things with them as well. So I love that. And then you mentioned something, being from Las Vegas, and being from there. Obviously, I particularly go there at least once or twice a year. They have the summer league there, so I typically
Yeah.
go when it's summer league time in July. Um, Tell me, was UNLV the only school that you wanted to go to, or were there any other schools that you were considering going to outside of UNLV?
The only other school I was considering was Reno. Um, because at the time too, when I was in high school, I really thought my entire time in high school I would study nursing. So my plan was staying here no matter what. But when I opened up the thought of like possibly doing journalism, I thought of Reno because I've always heard amazing things about their journalism program up in Reno. I guess the teachers that they have, the classes, and the opportunities they have out there just sounded awesome. And I did want to get away. Again, I did want to be around a different environment. I did grow up like near Reno for a little bit of my life, so I just figured maybe it'd be good to go back there and kind of just learn how to be independent. So
Sure.
their journalism program is also what attracts a lot of students from high school here.
Right.
Um, I would say I was definitely one of the only journalism students from high school, or one of the only students who studied journalism in high school that went to UNLV. 90% went up to Reno. And even then, like, they still have an amazing program up there as well. They have great opportunities, but Reno was on the top of my list for a minute. So, to any UNLV student or anyone from UNLV hearing this, I promise I love UNLV now. Go Rebs. Sorry,
Yeah.
Reno.
No doubt, no doubt. Go Rebels for sure, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Now, I want to ask you kind of this bonus question because you live there, you be there. You know, a lot of tourists come there to Vegas, and obviously they think about the Strip. They think
Yeah.
about going to different strip, different hotels, different things of that nature. What is one thing, in your opinion, that's very slept on about Las Vegas that people should inquire about when they do visit there?
The food. The
Mm.
food is
Mm.
something, yes. People don't realize too that we're just a very hospitality focused city, which you would expect that from the strip, but even coming off the strip, we are very family oriented, very community oriented here on the outskirts of Vegas. And there's so many good food places. We're very culture heavy as well. So you're able just really try foods from like other cultures and really just like embrace what good food is. So I will say, like, when I do travel, I'm always like, whoa, I'm so used to just like having a really nice food spot open till 2 a.m. Whereas compared to like, I go to a smaller town when I travel and everything closes at 9 p.m. And I'm like, oh gosh,
Right,
like, so
right,
different.
right.
So I always tell people, I'm like, if you come here, you need to try the food.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. There's no doubt about that for sure. Now, I want to get into some favorite questions, Megan, and I'm gonna ask you some favorite ones. You just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions. Okay, so here we
Ooh,
go.
okay.
So, favorite meal you like to cook?
Ooh, I would say honestly, either I would have to say spaghetti, but it's based off
Mm.
my mom's recipe. I'm full Filipino, so my mother has like a very special recipe that she uses, and this special like spaghetti sauce from our culture. So I would definitely say that.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I love me some spaghetti now. That's what's up.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
with you on that. Oh yeah, I'm a huge spaghetti person, huge steak person. That's me. So definitely steak. Like my steak medium rare, so that's why I like to do it. So yeah, love that. That's what's up.
Is-
Okay.
oh yeah.
Um, favorite concert you've ever attended?
Ooh, favorite concert. Went to the Wallows concert my freshman year of college. They're an indie band, and the main singer in that band was on 13 Reasons Why. So anyone that's ever watched 13 Reasons Why was famous on Netflix. But I just love indie music. I love music is huge to me as well. Like I love any music that really I can vibe with,
Mhm.
resonate with. I'm also a big beach girl, and I feel like their music really makes me feel like I'm at the beach. So I would say the Wallows. They're not the biggest band either, so I like the intimate concerts. Um,
Mm,
or honestly, or I would have to say Coldplay. I did get to see Coldplay alone, just because I was like, you know
absolutely.
what, I gotta start doing things by myself. I did see Coldplay last June, and that was the
Hmm.
most out of body experience ever. He really knows how to tell his own story and how to really make the community feel like they're just together. I didn't know anyone that was around me that night, and I felt like I just grew such a connection to them because of how well Coldplay was able to perform that night.
Oh yeah, Coldplay is such a vibe, no question about it. I love Coldplay. I've also seen them live, so they're definitely a great group. I don't know if you
You
know
have to.
Tame Impala. Do you know Tame Impala?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, love him
that's
as
one of my
well.
favorite. That's one of my favorite groups as well, as far as the indie groups go that you was talking about. So yeah, I do love that as well. So yeah, you
I
got some good
love.
taste in music, girl. I like that.
Oh, I like to think, and I feel like I've worked for all these teams too, and they've really diversified me in other types of music as well. But I think I always got to stick with like my indie and my pop music for sure.
I love it. I love it. Okay, that's what's up. Now, favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Ooh, I think I'm gonna have to. I can't choose one. I have to do two.
Okay.
Um, I have to go with one is either Chicago. I got to travel to
Mm,
Chicago a year ago with UNLV's hockey team. We got to compete in a tournament, and I got to really see just like the city life of Chicago.
beautiful.
Of course, like
Yes.
they're very hockey heavy over there as well. So I got to go there during the winter time, and it was great. And we also went up to Alaska Fairbanks in September, and that
Mm,
was awesome. I think Alaska is beautiful. Like the sun didn't set till super late. It was snowing. I was seeing deer everywhere, and it was just like we were staying at a hotel where there was just greenery everywhere, and you don't really get to see that here in Vegas. So I would
no.
have to say like both of those
Mm-mm.
spots were awesome. Not at all.
That is very true. You definitely don't see that in Vegas, but that's amazing. I love that. I love the fact you said Chicago. Did you get a chance to try any of the deep dish pizza that Chicago has to offer?
Not. When I get to travel, usually have a lot going on in between, so
Mm.
I don't really get a lot as much time to kind of just like go venture out. But that was on my bucket list for sure. I should have done that.
That is okay. Listen, when you go back there, you know Chicago's known for the deep dish pizza, and I believe they got Chicago bratwurst there. But deep dish pizza definitely Chicago's known for. I was born there. I'm not, as you can see, I have my Bears. My Bears,
Love it.
you know what I mean. So I
Yeah.
definitely rep. I definitely rep Chicago for sure. No question about that. And Alaska, I have to ask you for some recs for that because I've never been to Alaska before. So and I'm
Mhm.
definitely intrigued by going there. So I definitely have to ask you, what should I do when I do go there for sure?
Ooh. Honestly, go on a hike or go sled, and really just like be one with nature. I just don't think any other place is really like Alaska. So
Mm,
that's my. I also just love being able to go out in that sense. I really enjoy nature like that. So it's a very cliche thing to do. There's not much else to do up there as well. The area I was in, there wasn't a lot to do, but
sure.
definitely kind of just like soak in the nature and just really get to enjoy the life that's happening up there.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, we're sports people, so I'm going to ask you this two-part sports question.
Yeah.
Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Yeah, it's got to be hockey, and I'm biased. Hockey for both. I mean, I do understand it the most as well because I work in it, but just like the fast-paced environment, the rules that go on with it, just every little thing that goes on with hockey, I enjoy. And what's been awesome with working for the Knights as well is I work on the game day production side of things, so I really
Oh,
get
yeah.
to work more on like cameras and what goes on the big screen and just like the overall atmosphere and environment. And I genuinely think hockey does an amazing job at really providing that experience for fans. So that's
Right.
definitely contributed to why hockey is my answer for both, but definitely hockey.
Got you. I'm a huge hockey fan. Who's your favorite player?
Ooh, I can't. I can't. Well, I will say I think I'm gonna say this because I'm biased. Um, I'm gonna go with Zach Whitecloud on the Knights, just because love everything about him. But he's also a huge supporter of like our community, and has
Mhm.
also been very supportive of our program and watching our program grow as well for UNLV hockey. So I would have to say him. When it comes to me choosing favorites of anything, there's usually a lot of factors that go behind it.
Sure.
But yeah, Zach Whitecloud for sure.
I'm definitely a huge and not to say that I'm a homer, but I'm a huge Connor Bedard fan. There's no question about that. Obviously he plays for the Chicago Blackhawks, but I'm a huge fan of his. Austin Matthews is another one.
Awesome.
Connor McDavid's another one. That those three just come to mind. for sure, fans of mine for sure. And the NHL draft this year is in Buffalo, so I'm literally about 70 miles away from that. So I will be going out there covering
Yeah,
the
you
NHL draft.
gotta go. Yes, I got to work the NHL draft when they were here. I believe now it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
And I had the opportunity to really just take care of like the draftees' parents. So when Macklin Celebrini got drafted, I was in charge of taking care of his family, like escorting them to like the area they got to go to while he was obviously getting drafted.
yeah.
And it was just an awesome experience, and it was cool too. Like really, I got to meet a bunch of family that night. Of course, I had to, escort a bunch of them, but really getting to learn about them and then their stories and learning about their sons, it's just awesome. So, just the overall environment of the draft is insane. I would do it again, but the fact that I got to work that at the Sphere was also like out of body experience.
Absolutely, and that's when the Sphere was brand new, like brand spanking new out there in Vegas, which I still haven't been to, which I hope to, I hope I get a chance to go. That's for sure.
That
And yes, I'm definitely gonna have to ask you for some tips on that one too, because I've never covered the NHL draft before, and this will be my first time of going there in June and doing that. Macklin Celebrini is also one of my favorite players who plays for San Jose, plays for the San Jose Sharks now. So absolutely, I love that. Last of the favorites, Megan. I'm a huge foodie. You talked about it before. That slept on there in Vegas. What is your favorite restaurant to go out and eat at? Uh-oh. I can't hear you. Can, can you hear me? Okay. Got you. No problem. Mm. You look amazing. I'll tell you that. You do. I just can't hear. It's right now. It's mine. I just can't hear your voice. That's all. Yeah. Okay. I got you. Oh, got you. Okay. Okay. We are live here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast with Megan Roma. We will definitely be back online soon, finishing our conversation. Gotta love technology, right? Mm-mm. Maybe try going out and coming back in. Okay. Again, y'all, this is the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. You are rocking with your boy CD, Christopher Drummond, freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here, proprietor of podcast. I was talking to Megan Roma, who happens to be the manager of the UNLV hockey team, also an intern for the Golden Vegas Knights. Also an intern for the Desert Dogs out there, and she's a journalism student who happens to be in her final semester at UNLV. So as I stated, we are here. She just popped away for a minute, but she will be coming back with us to complete um, the conversation. So here we go. Let's see if we can hear it now.
Okay, how about now?
I got you, girl. Here we
All
go.
right,
We
perfect.
good. We
This
good.
thing's playing up quite a bit.
That's okay. That's all right. I'm here with you, and you're awesome. And listen, we're gonna. You were just about to tell me some great food spots out there in Vegas, like your favorite
Yes.
restaurant that you like to go out and eat at.
Oh yeah. So Cassie Beach House is awesome. It's at the Virgin Hotels. And it's
Mm.
coastal kind of themed food there. I get this pasta, this vodka alla pasta every time, and it's awesome. They have a lot of like seafood dishes as well. They have a bunch of great drinks, and the vibe is just awesome. So that's a good place. Dringo Casino also just opened up in my area, and they have amazing food spots. Miho is one of them.
Mm,
And there's definitely another spot that I can't name off the top of my head that's also similar to Cassie. It's coastal themed like food as well, but there's
okay.
Mexican food as well. There's pizza down in Durango. That entire casino is honestly like a hub for food. So there as well, and it's not far from me. So it's super nice to just like go down the street and be there. And then Fountain Blue, they opened up a couple years ago, but it's one of our casinos and hotels on the strip. They have a lot of
Right.
amazing. I've been to quite a few spots there, but you can't go wrong with any spot, any bar, any restaurant in that area. I would just say hit them all. It's awesome.
You are definitely talking my language, girl. There's no question about that. Now, mind you, I do plan on coming out to Vegas in April because there's a big time event that's coming there to Vegas. Obviously, as you probably know about it, is WrestleMania, which is
Woo!
coming to
Yes.
Allegiant Stadium. So it's a 2 day event. I'll be coming out there to cover that. But I'm
Yes, for sure. Let me know. I'll be working the Frozen 4 as well. That will be here in April. And I haven't got to tell anyone about it yet, actually. So, hopefully if you want to come down for that as well, Frozen 4 will be happening and it's gonna be great.
when is that? When is the Frozen Four?
It's April 10th and April 11th that
Uh,
weekend. It's actually my birthday.
okay.
But this was honestly a goal of mine that I've been striving for since I started college. I was like, I need to work the Frozen Four because it's going to be happening right before I graduate. That needs to be on my list, and just so happens I'm doing it on my birthday. But it'll be awesome.
Well, listen, I would definitely get you a belated dinner. How about that? Because
Yes.
I will be up there the following week, because the following week is when WrestleMania is for the
Mhm.
18th and the 19th. But I would definitely, if you let me, I would definitely buy you a belated dinner. How does that sound?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Now, I want to know your day-to-day operations because, like you said, you're doing things on the outside with the Knights. You're doing things with the hockey team for UNLV, but you also have classes too. You also have a life too, and stuff like that. So, you tell me what your day-to-day operation is. How much time do you devote to classes? Because if you're a full-time student, you're probably getting 4 or more classes per
Mhm.
semester. How much time do you have to devote when you even have to travel with the UNLV team because you have to go places? Or how much time do you devote to the dogs and the nights? What does your day to day operations look like, Megan?
Yeah, it's always different. And it always keeps me on the edge of my toes. But what I always made sure is, while I've been in college, school is my top priority. But when it comes to my program as well, they're very much like go take any opportunity you can take.
Hmm.
So I've always tried to take classes 2 days a week. Um, and, half in person, half online because I do travel with UNLV's hockey team as well.
Sure.
And what's awesome with Golden Knights, with the Desert Dogs. I work for Silver Knights as well. With UNLV hockey, I work for our athletic program as well. They're so awesome in being able to give me the schedule ahead of time, so I can really just like plan out like okay, like these are the days I'm gonna
Yeah,
be gone. These are the days we
absolutely.
have games, and every boss I've had in the sports industry has been amazing, and I can go on and on about them, and it's just great. Like, and it's very different. Everyone has different stories with their bosses. I've always had the most amazing ones, but they also know that at the end of the day, I'm still a student and I'm still trying to learn. So of course I am committed to these jobs, but they're very much like put school first. They're
Sure.
also very
Yeah.
supportive of UNLV's hockey team, and we just won the national championship in spring, so they're always like, if you need to travel, go travel. Just make sure you have those days blocked off. When we won nationals in the spring, every team here gave us our like a recognition, which is awesome. So, I wake up and it's either school or I gotta go to travel with the team or I have to go work a game. Um, and then just go from there. I mean, I will say the sacrifice I did have to make was, I don't get to see my friends as much. I don't get to see
Right.
my family as much, and
Right.
it's hard for people to understand that unless you're working in this industry. Is that you really just got
Hmm.
to bust your ass off if you want to hit your goals. Working
Absolutely.
sports too, like you could be up 7 in the morning and be home 10 p.m. that night,
Hmm.
or you can leave super early in the morning and not fly back into town till 3 days later. So it's really hard for people understand that unless you're in the industry, but I love it, and no week is the same. Thankfully, with my winter break, like I haven't had as much of a commitment, but as I'm starting up this last semester, I'll be, on campus 2 days a week. I'll be with the team up to 1 to 4 days a week if I'm going to practice or if we're traveling for the weekend. I'm gone usually Thursday morning to first thing Sunday morning. So, I can still continue on with my life. And then if there's any games I can work when it comes to athletics, when it comes to Golden Knights, when it comes to Desert Dogs, Silver Knights, whatever, I'm able to just block those days off ahead of time. So I could work a random Saturday, I could work a random Tuesday night, I could work a Sunday at 2 p.m.
Mhm.
And whatever spots I have or it's free, I, take care of myself. Like I go to the gym or like I really do try to go see people. And, now that I'm about to graduate, I have to keep reminding myself I'm only young once. So I gotta say yes to everything, even if that means it's Saturday night at 11 p.m. and someone wants to go out. I can't say no, but you
Right,
just,
right.
yeah, you gotta find the little things to get you going for sure.
Absolutely. And I love that answer. And you gave great answers so far, and we got a lot more conversation to go. But I love that answer, Megan, because you're dead or you're dead on with it. There's no question about it. It was very hard and difficult for me coming out of college. To realize that the people that's in the business world that's not in the sports industry really don't understand our schedules. Like they don't understand it, and it's very hard for them to understand it. And it's cool to have friends on the outside, but it's just so much easier to talk to people that are relatable that can actually understand and that, schedules correlate. Like what you talked about, long hours. You work nights and weekends. That's what sports is, right? People sometimes forget that when these games are happening, like when your hockey games is going on or football games going on, there's people that's working those games. Like
Hmm.
everybody's not just in the stands cheering and like there's people working, doing whatever they need to do. And I love that. I love doing what I do. You love doing what you do.
Oh,
I love Friday night football. When it was Friday night football and going on the field and having that credential or basketball or baseball, whatever sport it was, I love it. And I love it to this day.
oh yeah.
Um, I love it to this day for sure. And I love that answer. Like people don't really understand that you do have to bust your ass and really work hard at this.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'm so sorry. Hello.
No, you're good. You're good. Listen, that just lets me know that you're very popular. That lets me know. So I
I'm
love
like,
that.
as
I
I said,
love
I was
that.
like, I gotta find ways to still see people.
But I
Oh.
love that. I do love that answer that you gave. But it leads me to another question that I want to talk about, and that's mental health and school life balance. Like we talked
Mhm.
about it. You said 2 classes on campus, 2 classes online. I was also a guy that took classes online. Now, I wasn't a manager in the school, but I just like doing online classes because one, I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to get my ass up every day and go to class and go to the campus. I really didn't. I was just lazy. I
Mhm.
wanted to have some time alone to just in my house to be lazy and do work at my own convenience, right? And
Mhm.
that's what pretty much online classes allow you to do. But the reason why I want to bring mental health into it is because you're doing a lot of different things and you talked about it. You don't get a chance to see your family as much. You don't get a chance to spend time with your friends a lot. And your real ones understand that. The day ones. They understand that, okay, you know what? She's doing what she loves. Eventually we'll get to see her. And then there's some people that might drop off. And I had to learn that too. There's some friends that might drop off from you because they just don't understand, right? Because you're just not spending enough time with them. I want to know, Megan, how do you keep your mental health strong?
Mhm.
And also still have that school life balance. Because again, you seem like a wonderful woman to be around. I certainly wouldn't mind being around you, and I'm sure your friends and coworkers say the same thing about you. I'm certain. But how do you keep it strong without getting burnt out or getting overwhelmed?
Mhm. I'm honestly gonna give you the realest answer ever. I definitely go through it. I definitely burn out. I definitely see points where like, I tend to feel alone. Sometimes like all I'm doing is like I'm with a team and like I'm traveling all the time. I don't get to see my own family. I don't get to see my friends. So like it does get to me at times. And while you can be strong and like mental health is important, like you can definitely keep those spirits up. It's also okay to let those feelings happen.
Right.
It's okay to break down at times. It's okay to really just feel it, and that's something that I had to learn as I'm finishing my time out here in college. My parents are awesome, and they raised me telling me like always have a strong head, always have a strong mind.
Mhm.
You'll be fine. Like just don't be emotional, and I held that for so long until I realized, okay, like working in sports, like your brain's definitely in 20,000 different spots all the time. You're not seeing
Mhm.
the support system you want to see all the time. And I think the first thing is just acknowledging that. I think it's a lot better to acknowledge like that you can hit your rough spots, you can hit obstacles,
Mhm.
before you can really see like, okay, like then this is how I can take care of my mental health.
Right.
Um, I will also say, I keep telling myself like I'm working towards my goals. Like I love this. This is the environment I love to be around. I try to keep those positive manifestations, positive energy around me. But what's also been great for me is I really have had an amazing support system these last 4 years. I'm in a sorority and I'm really close to all
Mm.
of them. And I'm really close to, a few fraternities that are down here as well, just because like they genuinely care about like supporting each other and like rooting each other. Um, and also just like the bosses I've had, my coworkers, they would probably never see this, but when it comes to UNLV hockey, like those coaches of this program are the best support system I've ever had. I literally rely on them for everything. Like if I'm breaking down over life or can't figure something out, like other than my parents, those are the people I go to next. And they really just like help me keep a positive head on my shoulders and let me know that like, hey, you're working towards this for a reason. You're grinding your ass off for a reason. Keep your spirits up. And like that's really what helped me kind of just shift my perspective on mental health and realize, okay, like I'm working towards this, but that also means like I have to put myself first as well. Like I've also been able, to better understand like how to build hobbies.
Mhm.
So, trying to build hobbies, trying to see like what I enjoy doing that isn't me going on my phone 24/7 or, me
Sure.
doom scrolling. Um,
Right.
and just finding the little things I enjoy. And again, like while I am definitely still tackling that, mental health is a huge thing when it comes to sports, and especially being a woman in sports as well. Like, cool, that's a whole other.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, but I mean, I will say like I just have such an amazing support system, and I always have to remind myself of my goals and what I'm working towards at the end of the day, and that's really what keeps me going.
I like that, and I appreciate your transparency. Right, it's okay to be vulnerable. I'm vulnerable too, and I'm sure everybody in this industry that works in this industry has some type of vulnerability at some point because we never going to have it 100%. Right, it's just never going to be
Mhm.
100% where we have it figured out. But there's some people that do step away from this industry, right? Because of the mental health issues or because of school life or work life balance, right? The work life balances don't add up because when you talk about journalism is every day of the year, including leap year, 366. And when you talk about sports and journalism, now you're talking about nights and weekends where business people are 8 to 5, 9 to 6, and they're off on the weekends having a good time doing their thing while we're at the games, we're having a good time, and we have to find likewise people in order for us to really be sane. That was one of the things when I first had my first full time job from graduating from college. I graduated from college a few years ago. Um, my first full time job, I moved to a place in Minnesota that was so small, and I was like, okay. And then I was working at a spot where no one was my age. And I was like, okay, this is really bad. I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna relate to everybody here. But I'm gonna just try my best to make it best that I possibly can. But the reason why I moved there is because there was so many opportunities to cover sports. So I wanted to be able to get those opportunities. So I just dived into it. But I totally understand when you say sometimes you do feel alone. Sometimes that you do have these thoughts and these feelings, and you do got to have that great support system, right? I called my dad, talked to him almost every other day. My mom, he hit my phone up almost every day when I moved. There's no question about that. And so just to be able to do that and just to have that support system really does matter, which
100%.
is a great segue though, because it's a great segue to this next question, and that is advice. And this is a two-part question for you, Megan, and that is,
Okay.
what advice would you give someone that wants to be in sports journalism and wants to pursue sports journalism, but also since you're a senior, an upperclassman, what kind of advice do you give to the underclassmen that come into UNLV that wants to be the following your footsteps as well?
Oh yeah, this can go for both questions, which is awesome.
Sure.
Say yes to everything, and it's such a cliche answer to have, but I feel like the spot I'm in right now is because I said, yeah, I'm down to go shout at this person. Yeah, I'm down to go work production for the Golden Knights. Like, yeah, I'll go run social media for UNLV Hockey, which again, like, never was my plan to, go down the sports social media route, but here we are.
Sure.
But just say yes. And I understand being scared. I understand, the fear, or what if, like, you say yes to a position that, like, isn't your initial position. You never know where
Hmm.
that's going to go. Like, you put your foot in the door and it's going to open up opportunities for so many other things. And even then, like, if you take on a position in something you never wanted to take, like, you may end up falling in love with it. And again, thankfully for me, like, every position I've taken so far in sports I've loved. Like, I see myself doing it past graduation. But just say yes. And also reach out to people. If you're
Hmm.
ever in, if you're ever at a game, or if you're ever at a networking event, you see someone that, like, you idolize, or someone that, is holding position that you want to have, go up to them. Like, just go up to them, be like, hey, I'm blank, blank, blank. I'm a student. Like, I'm really interested in what you do. Like, can we connect? Like, I'd love to hear more about you. And there's this one story that I love telling people. But when I was in high school, and I at the time was still debating what major I wanted to take, I was doing the service event, and there was this reporter. She worked for, I believe, Channel 8 at the time. Her name was Rocky, and she's awesome. I still keep in touch with her. But I went up to her,
Okay.
and I was like, hey, girl, I don't know what I want to do yet. Journalism's definitely, like, a front runner, but, like, I would love to connect with you and learn more about what you do.
Right.
And, ever since I connected with her, she's kept in touch with me since I started college. And she's really given me that guidance, but has also been just an amazing support system. Like, she's directed me to other people that I could lean on, has shown me opportunities in sports and in just regular broadcast journalism as well. But building those connections, always go up to people, connect with them, ask for their LinkedIn, ask them to get coffee. At the end of the day, too, like, those people that work in this industry, the right people will also be there to help those that are up and coming. And I say that for me too. I'm
Absolutely.
still a student. Like, I'm definitely still in college, but any opportunity where I can help an underclassman get their foot in the door, give them a connection to someone that they can reach out to, or if they want to start
Yeah.
a internship at somewhere I'm at, like, I'm gonna give it to them. Like, just pay it forward, and everything else will work along the way. Just say
Took the
yes.
words out of my mouth, girl. And I was definitely going to say pay it forward, right? Because now you're a senior. So, right. And there's going to be underclassmen that you're probably going to work with in that athletic office upcoming, right? With the semester starting, you're going to work with underclassmen. There's people that's not seniors. And they're going to ask you, how did this process go for the years that you've been in here? What to expect? Right? There's gonna be some nervous people in there, right? Probably working their first game or doing something for their first game. They don't want to mess up. They don't want to do something like that. But mistakes are a part of it. Well, you
Yes,
know
sir.
that because you've been a part of it, right?
Oh,
But the underclassmen might not, and they're gonna look to you for guidance. So I love that. I want to know a quick bonus question. What is your sorority?
oh, I'm Sigma Kappa, and
Mm.
they're awesome. Oh, sorry, my phone keeps blowing up. Um, but yeah, I'm in Sigma Kappa, and they're awesome. I mean, we support five philanthropies. But again, like, it's just the way we get involved on campus. The values they stand for are the same values I stand for: friendship, leadership, service, loyalty. But they're awesome. Like, I was definitely the first person in our sorority that got to do sports journalism.
Hmm.
Um, so when they got to see, like, oh, like, this is what you do, like, you get to travel, you get to, like, work all these games, they were like, oh my god, this is awesome. So they've also just been super supportive, and they honestly think it's the coolest thing ever. And I'm like, period, like, it is. But they're awesome, and it's cool that I get to walk the stage and, like, have my sorority letters on my stole when I walk that stage. So I'm very proud to be a Sigma Kappa. My girls have been awesome, and I will always say this too. My little in my sorority is one of my best friends, and she's one of the reasons why, like, Like I really got to enjoy college. She's not from here. She moved here her sophomore year, and we're the same age, but she moved here, wanted to be a nursing major, and she's literally about to graduate in the spring as a nurse. So, I give her my thanks as well. Like she's a part of my support system, part of the reason why, I've loved my time in Sigma Kappa. Like it's been amazing being a big as well.
Mhm.
And just her and I, like, just being in that sorority, there's so many girls as well that have like our career goals align. And again, like career, I knew going into college, like my career and what my future is, like I need to set it up for success, and I just need to surround myself around girls that are, feel the same as me, and that's exactly what this
Likewise.
exactly what the sorority does. So it's awesome.
Hmm. Absolutely. I love that. Now, we talked about sports journalism. There's many different roles in journalism, though, right? Now, you have a face that belongs in front of the camera. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
That's in my opinion. I think you should be definitely in front of the camera, but your heart may be wanting to do production. You may want to be behind the camera, right?
Mhm.
So, what when graduation is approaching? What kind of goals do you see yourself doing? Do you want to just be working with a team? Do you want to be behind the camera because you've done production? Or do you see yourself being one of those sideline reporters that's in front of the TV? I think you'll crush it in either or, in my opinion.
Thank you. I will say, I think my main goal, since I started for working for UNLV Hockey, is I do just want to be like a social media girl for an NHL team. I think it's so fun. Like, I do love hiding behind the camera. I can't lie. Like, I love both, but like, I would choose to be behind the camera instead. And I just like love executing fun media ideas and, having a brand voice and executing them. So that's where I see myself. Like, I would love to work for an NHL team. Second would probably either work like in game day production would be awesome. Um, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see where it takes us. I could become a sideline reporter as well, but I talk too fast, so I need some more time to learn how to slow that down.
Well, listen, talking fast actually is not a terrible thing. Not a terrible thing because sometimes you have a lot of information that you got to spew out in only a short amount of seconds. So, it just depends on, I guess, what story you're doing. Now, if you're doing a long form story and you're talking fast, well, then okay, that might be a little bit of an issue. But other than that, I think you crush it either or. I really do. I think you're
Thank
amazing,
you.
and no question about that. We've came to the portion of the podcast now, Megan, that we're going to do my interactive game called This or That. Now,
Oh,
it's an
okay.
interactive game that I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's very simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you're a West Coast girl. Now, told you I was born in Chicago, but I did grow up in San Diego. My dad was in the Navy, so we moved out to San Diego. So that's where I grew up. So I think you would know and appreciate this first question. Which restaurant would you rather sit down and eat at? Would you rather eat at McDonald's, Burger King, or In-N-Out?
Oh, in and out,
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Girl, you on point like a period. That's what I'm telling you right now. You are on point. I love it. I love it. Okay, so you know about In and Out. I know about In and Out. We can keep this thing moving. Okay. When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor would you rather put on the chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
I would honestly choose neither. I'm a garlic parm girl, but
Ooh.
I think we'll do lemon pepper. I think that's close enough.
Okay. And I like garlic parmesan, by the way. I like that. Now, do you like it wet or dry?
Wet, for sure.
Okay. Do you
Yep.
like your wings bone in or boneless?
I'm gonna sound crazy, but boneless.
That's not crazy. Do you
You
eat it
can't.
with a fork?
I do eat it with a fork. I just don't like my hands being grimy. There's a reason. I don't like my hands being grimy. I also have nails, and I don't want the sauce to go in my nails.
I understand. Listen, listen. You got to keep them looking pretty, right? They got to.
Oh,
They're pretty for a reason. So I get that. You don't
if
want them
somebody's
all
gonna look
greasy.
young during this, the nails have to look good at least, right?
Hello, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I'll definitely look for that in a woman as well. So no question about that. That's for sure. Okay, that's what's up. We're off to a great start. These next 5 questions have to do with music concerts that you rather attend. Now you said you was a huge indie person, but you're also a huge pop person. So I'm going
Mhm.
to ask you some questions, and they're going to get tougher as we go. The first one is this: which music concert would you rather go see in person? Would you rather see Rihanna or Beyonce?
Oh, I think Beyonce. I would have to
Mm,
go Beyonce. Yeah. I think her latest or her latest tour was insane and everyone went crazy here in Vegas. So, would have to say.
okay. All right. So you are part of the Beehive. I like that. That's what's up. All right. Here we go. Which music concert out of these two artists would you rather go see? Usher or Chris Brown?
Oh, can I say or? Honestly, I'd go for both. They're both awesome. They're both awesome. I can't
They
lie.
are. They are. And I've seen both of them. They both are great. No question. But which one is 51% and which one is 49%?
Honestly, I would have to say Chris Brown. I would have to say Chris Brown for
Breezy.
sure. Oh yeah.
Breezy. Okay. Okay. You definitely my speed, girl. There's no question about that. I would say Breezy too. I don't know if you saw his 11/11 tour, because that's the tour that I'm talking about, with his most
That was
recent tour.
that was the tour I wanted to see and I couldn't go and
Oh, sorry.
I'm
I'm
still
sorry to hear
grieving.
that.
Oh, I'm still grieving, but it's okay. One day.
It
Over now,
one day.
but
One day
one
for
day.
sure. No question. We're
Yeah.
speaking into existence, Megan. That's what we're
Oh
doing.
no.
Okay. With
That's my biggest thing.
I'm with you. Okay. So now those two are done. Here's the third one. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Doja Cat, or would you rather see Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande. Yeah, I grew up
Mm,
on her. I would have to. Yeah.
okay. Okay. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Oh
Which
yeah.
music concert out of these two artists would you rather go see? Would
Hmm.
you rather go see The Weeknd, or would you rather see Post Malone?
The Weekend. I think the Weekend's overall performance and environment is unmatched. So I would have to go the Weekend, yeah.
That is actually that is my favorite concert I've ever been to. I've seen him twice. I've had the luxury of seeing him twice. Thank goodness, thank the heavens. He is amazing. That's my favorite artist that I've seen in person for sure.
Seems great.
Um, Now this last one here, I'm gonna ask you, okay? Which
Okay.
music concert would you rather go see in person? Okay? Would you
Hmm.
rather see Lil Wayne,
Oh.
or would you rather see Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, Kendrick. I think I would have to go Kendrick, yeah.
Okay. You said
Kendrick.
oh, and then you said oh Kendrick. Okay. So
Kendrick.
so you're Kendrick, so you're K Dot. K Dot Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick. I so funny. I used to work at Dutch Bros as well, and we played all types of music. And honestly, I feel like I'm so versed in all of it because of everyone I worked with. It's that coffee shop. So,
I love it. I love it. I love your music taste. I love your vibe. Here we go. We're gonna switch it back to sports here. Now, which sport out of these two would you rather watch on TV? Basketball or football?
basketball.
Girl, you are damn it, you on point like a period. I'm telling you that right now. That is actually my favorite sport, by the way. Now,
It's
I
actually
know it's not like one of your maybe popular sports like a hockey to you, but basketball is definitely my favorite sport for sure.
oh,
Okay.
my dad and my brother love basketball. My dad grew up playing basketball back in the Philippines, and my brothers always loved it here. So we definitely go at it sometimes because I'm not. I mean, basketball's awesome. Like hockey's my number one as well, but basketball is great.
Well, shout out to your brother and dad because they know what the true sport is. No question
Oh,
about that. Absolutely
1000%.
amazing. No question. Now, this is a bonus one of the not of this or that, but I wanted to ask this question. Have you ever had pho?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yes. But
Okay.
it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just different from ramen. So I
It is.
usually if it's between I go for ramen, but there's some really great places here as well. I haven't gone to one in a few years because I'm not the biggest fan, but
Right. And see, I've had it a couple times, but I've had it out here. It's not very good out here in upstate New York. So I definitely, when I come out there in Vegas, maybe I'll try some there and see if that's better. Boba, are you a fan of boba?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's awesome boba spots here. I
Okay.
actually my first ever job was at a boba shop, so I know the ins and out of boba for sure.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me around on that one. That's for
Oh
sure. I
yeah,
love that. Okay, back to the this or that. Sport. Which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
badminton, badminton
Are,
for sure.
are you
Yeah,
good at badminton?
a lot better at badminton than I am at bowling. I think the highest score I've gone on bowling is like probably 35, and I'm not good.
Mm.
I'm terrible. Yeah. I
Okay,
cannot,
well,
I can't aim. I can't, no, I think the highest weight I've had on a bowling ball was like a 7. Everyone does double me. I
well,
can't do it.
well, listen, Megan, you got a lot of qualities that I like, and there's a lot of qualities that many people like. You can't have it all. That's just what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
really can't. No, you
You
can't.
can't. You can't have it all. I can't skate. You do hockey. I cannot skate worth a damn. I can't skate on land or ice.
I
I'm
will
so bad.
say that's something I'm good at, thankfully. And it was funny because I mean, I hit my 4th year with the UNLV hockey team, but for the longest time, I was the only one who could ice skate on the media team. So whenever we had any on ice events, I was the only one hopping on that ice.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad everybody out there on the hockey team can skate now, because that would be kind of like, wow, like, oh my goodness. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm with you on that. Do you like desserts?
I do, but I will say I'm a savory girl over sweets. If I go for anything, I usually just go for crepes, and that's it.
Okay. I feel that. I feel that. So here we go. What I'm gonna do is, you like potato chips then.
I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna name four brands of potato chips. You have to choose one of these brands to get rid of that you'll never eat again. Okay.
Okay, choose
So
one.
choose one to get rid of. Okay. So here we go.
Okay.
The first brand is Lay's.
Okay.
The next brand is Pringles.
Okay.
The third brand is Doritos. The last brand is Ruffles. Which one are you
Ruffles.
getting rid of?
Ruffles is gone. Ruffles is gone. Out.
Oh,
No.
hell no. Oh, you even said that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Ruffles is a goner for me. That's the bottom of the pyramid. 1,000%. Yes. I was like, you were
Okay.
naming these off, and I was like, I do like all of these. Like, what am I gonna say no to? I
And
definitely,
then and then I said it, and then you said no to it. Okay, I
definitely.
got you. Okay, so Megan, if we're walking into a store together and I say go to the chip aisle and buy your favorite chip, what chip are you buying?
Oh, a bag of Takis. I actually have two on my dresser as we speak, but I love hot chips. I never travel with it though because then that gets messy and yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm a little weird about this, but when I normally get hot chips, which either is hot Cheetos or Takis or whatever, I put cheese on it.
Oh.
I don't know if you do that, but I put cheese on it.
It's never like my top choice, but I feel like if it's in front of me, I'm gonna do it for sure.
Okay, I
I
got you.
almost
Same.
buy a can of queso last night with my bag of Takis, and I almost combined that, but I was like, "Whoa, it's a new year. I need to be better with my diet and my health."
And I'm on that same boat with you. I gotta make some changes, that's for sure, to the diet for sure. So I totally understand that. And you did very well on this or that, except the Ruffles take. That was just horrible. But other than that, you did well. You did very well. I love that. Now, this next question is called bucket list. And the reason why it's called bucket list is because I want you to come up with a bucket list of events or stories or events or stories, I should say, that you would like to do in your journalism career.
Ooh,
You give me
uh,
like four. Give me a top four.
I will say, like, thankfully it's coming true, but working the Frozen Four, college hockey, it's been on my bucket list since my freshman year, but I'm still gonna pop that in because it's not happening until April. So I think I have
Mhm.
to say that cover a college hockey game. I do work for an ACHA team, so it's a club team, so it's very different. But I
Mhm.
would love to actually cover a college hockey team. Um, Loki working the Olympics would be awesome, and working the Super Bowl. Like that would attending that, maybe covering it as media or as a reporter or something would be awesome.
I can definitely tell you this about the Super Bowl because I had the luxury of covering it last year in New Orleans.
Nice.
It is an experience that unforgettable.
Yeah.
all week long. You would absolutely thrive in it because the events that they have going on, the different press conferences from, being able to interview the entertainers, being able to see the sports people. Media Row is ridiculous. Media Row is just absolutely ridiculous. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, uh, the Super Bowl is coming there in a few years in Vegas. A few. I think next year is going to be Inglewood, and then the year after is Atlanta, Georgia, and I think it's going to be Vegas after that. I do know college football national championship game is coming there next year. If you're still there, that's something that you definitely might want to check out. I'm not sure if you're a college football fan, but
Oh
who knows?
yeah. I
You
think
might
it's the
want to check
first
it out.
year I really got into like football, like college football especially. I got to work the Big Ten this summer, the Big Ten's media days for football.
Yeah.
Um, it was just awesome. I've just always been so versed in hockey when I started college that was kind of just that was kind of where my realm was for a while up until this year. I mean, I still got to
Hmm.
play football starting my sophomore year, but now that like especially we got a new head coach this season and
That's right.
we got the Big Ten here in Vegas. I was like, oh wow, like this is for college. I think college football is its own entity from obviously like the NFL and college football of course are different, but I just think there's something about college football that I just like can't like I just can't stay away. Like I think it's so fun.
No,
Just the entire
absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are totally right on that one. No question about that. And yeah, that's right. The Big Ten championship coming there to Vegas now? Are they still going to start playing in Vegas instead of Indianapolis?
to my knowledge, I wasn't hearing anything. But they do just love hosting events here for them. So
They
that's
do.
also
They do. And listen, I don't know when that baseball team is coming out there, but that professional baseball team, I believe, is coming out there to Vegas too, if I'm not mistaken. So
oh
Vegas is
yeah,
going to be busy, busy
it's
with
gonna
sports for
oh
sure.
yeah. And it's cool too because when I was still in high school, I mean, we had just implemented the Knights. Raiders just moved here, and we were like, well, okay, what the hell? Like, never thought Vegas would be a sports city. Like, I think this is crazy. And then it
Right.
really blossomed. I mean, the Knights won the championship. Our indoor football league, like, they just won a championship as well this past season.
Oh, yeah.
Aviators
Okay.
as well. The second place this season. We won our championship. So, like it's such a huge sports hub now. And I think especially for me, like I'm in such a perfect spot where like everything's really up and coming that I could just be a
Mhm.
part of history. Like I can be a part of the start of things. I got to be here for when we won the Stanley Cup. My
Mhm.
freshman year of college, which was also insane. Who the hell could say they were there for that? So
That's right. That's
awesome.
right. That's pretty awesome. I love that. Now, we talked about advice you would
Hmm.
give someone, right? We talked about advice that you would give. What is some advice that someone has gave you though that you hold on dearly to?
Ooh. I think honestly, it's like what I tell other people is just try everything, and don't try everything, and don't be afraid. And I'm gonna mention this person as well. He's one of my best friends, and he actually knew I was gonna be doing this with you, and he was like, "That's so cool that like you're actually getting interviewed." I don't know, but his name is Dominic Lavoie. He's 2 years older than me, but we met. He going into my freshman year of college.
Yeah.
I had just started working for UNLV's hockey team. I wasn't really too sure what else I wanted to do yet, but I knew I wanted to work in journalism. And he had just got hired on as their play-by-play guy, and was in a fraternity at the time too. And it's when I was like, "Ooh, I'm thinking of like going through recruitment for a sorority, but I don't know." So then that's how we started bonding, and then realized like we have very similar career goals. So he took me under his wing. I was definitely like outgoing at the time, but I was still super shy. And he just kept telling me, just do it, just try it. Don't be scared. Well, things happen. It's just like little things like that. It's like all pieces, small pieces of advice. That's kind of just like one big picture. But he's
Absolutely.
my best friend, and he's literally seen me do it all. But he's just always like, oh, like, let's do it. Try it all, and like, it's all going to work out. And now I do the same for other people. I'm living it. And it's awesome for him to say, like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, you're doing everything that, like, you planned on. Like, everything I encouraged you to do on your freshman year of college. So it's awesome.
That is awesome. Shout out Dominic for being that guy. No question about that. And also, you said you were shy. You don't even seem that way. You must have grown leaps and bounds. You definitely don't seem like a shy person on here, which is amazing.
I mean, thankfully, I still think I was extroverted at the time when I started college, but I was a lot more scared to speak up. I was scared to like bring
Hmm.
my ideas to the table. I was a lot
Hmm.
more hesitant saying yes to opportunities. And
Yeah.
then when I took my role as media manager for UNLV Hockey, I was like, okay, like I actually have to speak to 30 hockey players and hope to the gods that they respect me. And once I kind of had to realize, okay, at the end of the day, like you have to be a boss or you have to learn to speak up and be assertive. That's when I was like, okay, like everything changed for me really. I was like, okay,
Got
like as long as you speak confidently, but you're positive, but you're assertive, you're positive, you speak confidently, but you have meaning behind everything you say,
right.
um, everything else will sail. And
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
like I've never even had issues to be honest with like anyone in the sports industry in that sense, but especially when it came to UNLV's hockey team, they really taught me like, hey, like if you want to start taking more managerial positions or really start, finding your path here in sports, you gotta speak up. Like you gotta speak up. Don't be scared to try new things. Take those obstacles and having 30 hockey players every year really really shows you that as well.
Absolutely. You being around them, you see that type of etiquette that they exhibit. You be around people in the sports industry, you see how things are getting done. As I always was taught by my parents, closed mouths don't get fed. They
Mm-mm.
used to always say that all the time. So you got that speak up and speak your mind and be able to speak for what you want and also speak things into existence too, as we talked about. That's why I do the bucket list type thing, right? Those goals, I feel like if you always have goals that you're striving for and reaching for, complacency will never will
Thousand
set in
percent.
with you.
Thousand.
And that's just how I'm built and not how I like to do things. But I wanna get back to pretty much what you do as far as in the athletic office and what you do for the various teams. What if
Mm-hmm.
someone came up to you and said, "Hey, I would like to do the same thing what you're doing." What is your actual like job for those particular teams and also in the athletic office? Like what is the expectations of if somebody were to come in and say, "I want to do the same thing you're doing," explain to them what you do and what is the process of that?
Mm-hmm. When it comes to athletics, when it comes to UNLV hockey, I straight up tell them, oh, I either run socials, or
Mhm.
with athletics, I help with communications, I help with staff, or sorry, with stats, or I help with like press conferences. So I straight up tell them like, just come shadow, come shadow me, come to a game and see how it all is, and then let me give you my boss's email. Or like when it
Okay.
comes to me with UNLV hockey, I'm like, come shadow me and like I'll show you everything. I'll introduce you to the coaches. I'll introduce you to our staff. And I'm just telling them like I've literally told someone this too. I'm like, you want to come shadow and want to come try, you need to come. Like show up. Show up. I'm giving you the dates, I'm giving you the time, I'm giving you the location and how to be prepared for this. I just need you to show up. And that's usually works out.
I love that. I do. And I love the fact of what you mentioned earlier about the schedule. I'm such a planner. Obviously, as you know, this is how we actually got on board, you and I, of doing this, is that we plan this out. I'm definitely a planner because you gotta be, right? Sports schedules
Oh, yeah.
come out way in advance and we got to know what time the games are but we also not only just plan for the games, we also got to plan for life too. We have life outside of sports, so we got to be able to make time for other stuff as well. It's just easier that way. So I love the fact that you do that, and I love the fact that you allocate opportunities for people to come shadow you because it's really something to be able to talk about it or tell someone about it, but to actually see it and get a visual on it is a lot different. And I would say this to you, as you already know, once you graduate, you've already been kind of in the real world. Now you're doing projects and you're doing papers and journalism or whatever you're doing as far as that goes. But that will go away once you walk across that stage and get your degree, and then you'll just be in the real world. And it's just hey, that's it. This is your job and this is what you're going to do. I really do think you're going to thrive though, because you seem like you have an abundance of experience and you love what you do. And that's amazing. It really is.
Yeah.
We have came to the final question now, which is rapid fire. Now, my
Oh,
rapid fire question is pretty much, or questions. First thing, Megan, that comes to your mind. The first thing. Okay. Once I ask you these. So here we go. Are you ready?
oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Waffles or pancakes?
Waffles.
Juice or soda?
Say it again.
Juice or soda?
Oh, juice.
Chicken or ribs?
Chicken.
Okay. Favorite color?
White.
Favorite Netflix TV series or TV show on TV?
Oh, I'm gonna have to say because I just finished Stranger Things.
That was a damn good series, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, I actually watched the finale in theaters and I sobbed.
I did too. Okay, that's what's up.
Really? How
That's
does
what's
that
up.
make sense? I just had
Yes.
to do it the right way, and that's how I did it.
Absolutely. Yeah, me, my little brother and my father, we all three of us went into movie theaters and watched it for sure. I'm also a huge component of Squid Games. I don't know if you watch
Oh, that
Squid
is
Games
the
yet.
one show I've been meaning to get into and I can't, but it's hilarious because that show has a deal with the Knights, and we love to feature Squid Games as like this sounds crazy, but we have intermission games literally like it represents them, so it's awesome. I need to get into that for sure.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I love that. Favorite, and I believe I can ask this. Favorite alcoholic drink?
Next question. I'm like, everyone's heard enough from me. I turned 21 not even a year ago. I'm like, next.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Favorite non-alcoholic drink?
Lemonade.
Mm, pretty
Always
good.
been
Pretty.
a lemonade girl since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. I love me some lemonade. I'm a huge raspberry and strawberry lemonade kind of person, but any
Oh,
lemonade is pretty good. Pretty good.
oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. Favorite sandwich?
No. Oh, I'm honestly a sandwich hater. I'm a sandwich hater. Sandwich hater. Sandwich hater.
Wow.
Yes.
Megan, a sandwich hater?
I am a sandwich hater. Unless
Wow.
we're talking like, oh, hot dog's a sandwich too type of situation, but if we're just generalizing sandwiches, I am
Yeah.
not a sandwich girl.
Okay, here we go. Favorite board game?
Ooh, that's a good one. Shoot. I honestly haven't played a board game in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's like I can't really name one. There was this board game I just played recently, and don't remember
Is
what
it
it's called.
Monopoly, Sorry, Life, Clue, Shoots and Ladders?
Shoot. Can I just say card games? It's not even a board game, but like card games are fun.
Okay, okay. Give me cuz I would say for me, I would say Sorry. Sorry is definitely a board game that I love. For
Oh,
sure.
sorry is a good. I almost said sorry. Oh my god, I turned Canadian for a second there.
Sorry.
Hello.
I like that. I like
Sorry.
that. Give me a couple card games that you like. Favorite card games.
I think my favorite one is Spoons. If you've played that before, that's my thing. I just can't. I love that game.
That's a very competitive game. It can get crazy competitive with that. For
I
sure.
get competitive for sure. I mean,
Do
maybe
you?
Crazy Eight is probably the next one, or Uno. Uno is probably Crazy Eight is it's the Uno version on the phone, but
Right, right. And Uno can get competitive too, especially when you keep hitting me with that draw four. It's gonna get real competitive real
thousand
fast.
percent, you're dead to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Pretty much. I'm with you on that. I love that. Okay. If you had a choice
Mhm.
to choose three people plus you, so a total of four, but three other people to join you on a vacation, who are those three people that you are choosing and where would you like to go?
Ooh.
Now, before you choose, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities.
I feel like this is a question where you have to say celebrities.
Well, most people do say celebrities because they don't want to leave certain friends out, or they don't want to leave certain friends out. But hey, listen, I'm talking to the great Megan Roma, so she might say something different.
I mean, we might have to go down. No, you know what? Let's just take the safe route here. My family friends that I've grown up with, um, four of them, we're all a group. Probably go to Bora Bora with them. We've been wanting as a family, like family friends, to kind of just go on our own trip now that we've all grown up. Hawaii's also been on the list. So I think either Hawaii or Bora Bora for sure. One
You
of
would
them are
love Hawaii,
I love Hawaii. I love the beach. I've always wanted to go, but because of working in sports, I haven't really had the time to venture
right?
off. So hopefully one
Okay,
day. Oh
okay, I
yeah.
like that. Bora Bora. No, I love that. I do. And now, if you had a choice to
Hmm.
listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, what three artists or three songs would you choose?
Let's go the artist route. Fleetwood Mac would have to be one of them.
Wow.
Um,
Okay. Mm,
Low key Pitbull. You need duality. You need duality in your music. And I was a big boy band girl growing up, so I think I would have to say Big Time Rush. Big
wow.
Time Rush Nickelodeon, which is also I reflected on this recently. I was like, wow, that show was based off of four hockey players that turned into musical artists. Don't know how that correlation worked out to where now I am working in hockey, but I think those three for sure.
Yeah, Big Time Rush is definitely something that has been said a lot on this podcast
Really?
recently with a lot of different people, and I still don't know who the hell they are. I really don't.
Oh
Uh,
my god, that's
um,
insane. That's insane. One of
well,
the worst.
listen, send me like a playlist, okay? Send me a playlist of songs that I should listen to. Now, Fleetwood Mac, that is a throwback, girl. That is like before you and my time. Like
Way
how?
before our time.
Right? Like where did Fleetwood Mac come from?
And I love like the indie, beachy, like reflecting on life type of vibe.
Right.
And that music is just music.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And obviously, I know Pitbull. I'm
We
definitely a
all
huge,
know
huge
Pitbull.
we all know Pitbull. I'm a huge
I
fan of
love,
his. Okay.
love him.
Uh, favorite. I would say this. Favorite. Um, how do I put this? Okay. Favorite city that you would like to visit in the
Ooh.
U.S.
Favorite city that I would like to visit in the US.
Yes, that you haven't.
Ooh, I feel like I've hit my spot. Shoot. I would honestly I've always wanted to go that's actually gonna make me sound insane. I want to go to Miami, Florida. So, I mean, obviously the party aspect is great, but like beach, beach.
Oh yeah. Yes. Well, then you would love Destin, Florida, too, because I don't know if you like white sand,
I do.
uh, but but yes, that is definitely a place that you would absolutely love. No
Oh,
question about that. I could definitely see you in that environment too, because you're just so laid back and chill. So I think you would definitely would love that environment. Now, let me ask you, what is the sport that you would play that you would absolutely dominate in?
ooh, flag football. Flag football. I can't lie. My hand-eye coordination is kind of crazy. I can't lie, and except when it comes to bowling, that's like a whole other thing. But
I'm gonna
flag
have to
football.
see this. I'm gonna have to see this in person, Megan, because I'm saying
Oh,
flag
look,
football.
I can. Yeah, I can. I can run. I mean, I did taekwondo growing up, actually. So
Okay, I ain't messing with
I got
you.
a tough skin, but whenever we're on the road and like the players are warming up and like playing with a football, I love to join. And
Okay. Well, remind me to always keep you smiling and happy because I'm not messing with nobody that's doing
do
taekwondo. I
not,
ain't doing
yes,
that. Yeah, I
yes,
ain't
and it
doing
takes
that.
a lot for me to get mad, but as soon as I'm mad, it's game over for
Oh
sure.
yeah, I kind of sense that from this from this conversation for sure. Now I'm gonna ask the opposite of that. What is the sport that you would play that you would absolutely suck in?
Ooh, soccer, foot-eye coordination. Mm,
Okay, so hold up. So hand-eye coordination is good, but foot-eye coordination is bad.
yes,
Okay.
sounds
Okay.
crazy. I like
Uh,
trust. Just trust. It shows what I'm
Well,
getting at.
yeah, it does. But we're gonna roll with it. That's we're gonna roll with that, Megan. That's for sure. Because I suck in soccer too. Outside of the goalie, like I like to be goalie if I was gonna play
Oh
soccer,
yeah, no.
for sure, for sure. But last two of the rapid fire.
Hmm.
If they came to you and said, Megan, you're doing a great job covering sports, but we would like for you to do a different genre. Out of these three, which genre would you choose? News, entertainment, or travel?
Ooh. Boy, honestly, travel. I was gonna say entertainment, and as soon as you said travel, I was like, I would be down to do travel. Actually, I think
Yeah,
entertainment heavy. Vegas is very entertainment heavy, but I feel like a different route would be fun.
absolutely. I love that. Now
And
we
news is a
kind of
hard
touched. Oh, you said what?
news is a hard no. We're
Oh,
no,
yeah, yeah.
no.
I said no to news as well. I was like, yo, sports or nothing. That's pretty much what it was for me, for sure. Now,
Oh yeah.
this last one here, we touched up on it. I'm going to give you three different roles, okay? Sideline reporter, production, or working with a team. If
Mhm.
they told you that you can only do, because you've done pretty much an assortment of all. If they told you you can only choose one of those for the rest of your life and you have to cut off the other two, which one are you cutting off? Or
If we're
which one are you keeping? Which one are you keeping, I should
yeah,
say.
if you're saying working for a team, we're talking like social media in this sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I that will always be my number one, 1,000%.
got you. Okay. Oh, you know what, Megan? I came up with a bonus one. This bonus one is called Start, Bench, Cut for the rapid fire. All right.
Oh,
And it's music wild. Start, bench, cut.
okay.
Out of these three, I'm gonna go Coldplay, I'm gonna go Wallows, and I'm gonna go Kendrick Lamar. Which one are you starting that you playing riding with all the time? Which one are you gonna put on the bench? Which one are you cutting?
Start is the Wallows, bench is Coldplay, cut is Kendrick. There was
Wow.
no hesitation in that, unfortunately.
That was no hesitation.
There
You
was
was like
no hesitation.
you was so sure of that.
Yeah,
And
I was. I was.
can I just tell you that I don't know one damn song from the Wallows. You're gonna have to send me a playlist.
Do you know that one song where it's like, let me play it for you right now, actually, because I feel like you'll hear this and you'll be like, no, okay, I feel like I've probably heard of it before. Uh,
Okay. It's
I hope,
possible. It's
I
definitely possible.
feel like you have. It's this song.
I've definitely heard that. Yeah, I've definitely heard that. Yeah.
Everyone's heard of that song. Yes.
I've heard of
It's
that. I didn't know that was the Wallows though. I did not. I did not know that was them. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And listen, you're absolutely cool as well. And I think this has been a dope conversation of learning about your why of getting into sports, learning about what you do in school, being a senior on your last semester, all the things that you do from the Desert Dogs to the Knights to the hockey team, but also covering the Frozen Four. Congratulations on that.
Thank
Also,
you.
congratulations on your upcoming graduation that's going to be happening in May sometime. I'm thinking May, this semester is probably going to end in May sometime. So I want to thank you, Megan, for coming on to my podcast and being such a wonderful guest and a wonderful representation of what a student journalist should be and what a future journalist should be. And I really hope to see you down the line. Obviously, I'm a new fan of yours. I'm going to keep in contact. But my final question to you is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, UNLV, or anything at all before we conclude?
Ooh. I feel like I have to show this as a whole, like, this is my why as well. But
Okay,
which I don't think I've ever like actually where we connected on LinkedIn, and I don't think I've ever like shown it yet. But
please do.
on my national championship ring, you can't really see it because the light is
Wow. Look
yeah.
at that.
Let me see. I'm like I need to figure out which finger is good to put it on. But
Okay. Look at you.
so
You
I just
fancy with it.
it's
I
cool.
like that.
My position's on it as well. It has
Yeah.
it says national championships on it. It has like all of our big games that we won, and also when we beat at the time the NCAA champs, Denver, University of Denver.
Okay.
So awesome. But yeah, I just like I love looking at this as a reminder because I also just busted my ass off for 3 years,
Right.
up until I won this championship. So just little things like that where it's like just keep going. Manifestations are real as well. This wall I have behind me is my credential wall, and it actually started as a vision board my freshman year of college. And as time progressed throughout college, I turned it into an actual credential wall to just show myself that like my dreams are coming true,
Yeah.
and to be proud of it. So, I mean, just manifestations, work towards your goals, and everything's gonna work out. So, yeah.
Well, I love that. I love the fact of your ring. That looks absolutely wonderful on you.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you
That
once
picture look
again.
good.
Thank you once again for coming on to my podcast. You and I would definitely stay in touch. I look forward to seeing you in Vegas and kicking it with you sometime. And I want you to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening and the rest of your week. Continued success to the UNLV hockey team, as I will definitely now pay attention. And hopefully, y'all go all the way.
It looks like it. It's looking good right now. You might take it home again.
I hope so. I hope so. Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
take care and have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you too. Have a good night.